Hey coaches, so as promised, I told you that I was going to be a little tutorial on how to erase the background around a picture to make it look a little bit more professional than just collaging things. So I'm going to try to walk you through step by step as much as possible. Excuse my looks, please. We just got back from sledding, so I will walk you through it. So first you're going to log into Picmonkey.com from your computer, and you're going to go to Edit. No. Sorry, cancel. You're going to go to Design. The first thing that you want to do is you're going to want to crop the photo. So you're going to click on Crop and go to the one that says Facebook timeline, and it's automatically going to crop it for you. Then what I did was supply. Just pick any kind of color that you want. So whatever your favorite color is, go ahead and pick that. You can make it as light or as dark as you would like it to be. And then you are going to go to the butterfly. Yes, apply the color. And you're going to click on your own. This is going to bring up your photos. So I have a few photos that I took in Gatlinburg. So I'm going to try to find those, which they are probably more up here. And guess I should have had it a little bit more accessible for you all, but that's okay. So let's see here. They are up here. Before. Still looking. I'm sorry. So anyways, you're going to want to pick out a photo of you that you're going to use for a promo. So something, where you're either pointing or where you are, standing in front of something that may be somewhat of a solid background, that's easier to erase, not a whole lot going on. So I'm just trying to find the ones that I took in Gatlinburg of me standing in front of the brick wall or the wood wall, because those will be by far the best, the easiest to cut around. So, okay, now we've got one. So I'm going to choose one of them, and we'll go with this one. So it's going to pop up. And we're going to go ahead and adjust that to as large as I want to make it. And it's pretty easy. I mean, all you have to do is pull on these circles to make it larger. And you probably want to make it pretty big. Then I'm going to go ahead and flush it to the corner. So that way, when I start erasing around it, it's easier. So maybe I want my legs to be cut off a little bit. Make it even bigger. Sometimes the bigger the picture that you pick, the easier it is to erase around it. And you want it to be pretty high quality too, so that it is not fuzzy when you make it large. Okay, I think that's good. Now, what you're gonna do is, while this picture is open, all you're gonna do is click on Erase. Then you're going to choose your hardness. So you want it to be pretty soft around the edges. And then to erase the bigger parts, I'm going to make my eraser rather large so it doesn't take as long. So you're just going to simply go like this. And it will literally erase your background. So I, click off of it every once in a while, because if for some reason you accidentally erased your finger, you just press back and it'll go back to where before you erased your finger. So if you kind of did it all in one fell swoop and then you accidentally erase something, you'd have to go back and do a large chunk of what you just did. So you pretty much just sit here and patiently erase the background. Now, obviously, I need to make my eraser smaller and erase a little closer. And this is where you really have to be patient. So if you don't like doing something like this, then I would not suggest doing it because it does take some patience and a little bit of technique. Okay. So I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible. So basically I'm erasing all the way around the photo. So then I can add other things to it and the backdrop isn't there anymore. Gotta get closer. See, this is where it gets really tedious, you know, when you're going around smaller things like fingers or elbows or in this tiny area right here, you know, I've really got to cut in close. And that's where it's going to take a little bit more time and patience to do. But as you all saw the picture I uploaded the other day, you know, if you take the time to do it, it looks pretty awesome. Obviously, I need to come in here. Something a little bit smaller. Oh, maybe this will do. But see, got a little crazy. So we're gonna adjust the hardness and make it even softer. So that way you can get super close. Super close in here. And erase and make it a little bit smoother. Little smoother. Okay. So then we gotta make it a little bigger again. And we gotta come in here and erase some around the arm. And again, this takes some serious patience. And, you know, I enjoyed doing it the other night while I was watching a show. Did I get frustrated a couple times? Sure, I did. But it just takes some time. So if you're in a hurry, I wouldn't do it because it's not easy. I mean, it is easy, but it's not. So we gotta get real close to that. Go back again. Maybe I want to make that a little bit larger to drop my legs off some more. You can kind of play and adjust it. So, and this is where it gets a little harder, you know, when you're going around an area that is like my hair and I'm against a wall and it's kind of, you know, shadowing out. Really have to have a steady hand to get in there. Okay. Ah! And that was a big mistake. Okay, so let's just quickly color in some of this. And I don't know what happened over here. All right, go around that really fast. And we'll go here really fast. And you get the point, you know. Basically, as fast as I could, for purposes of recording this and it not being so long, I erased the background around my photo. Obviously, if I took a little bit more time, I would come in a little closer on these areas and erase a little bit more, but we'll just go ahead and leave it somewhat like that. So you can also, there's a paintbrush. So say like right here, I made my elbow a little too sharp. You just take the paintbrush and it'll actually paint back the color where you might have accidentally erased some of the non-background part. We could even do that at the tip of my finger here, looks like. So, okay, so after you do that, your picture's there, and you can always click back on it again and go back and erase more or make it larger. And like I said, I'm gonna go off there so my elbow's gone. So then you can add other pictures. So say you want to add, you know, a product. I think I had a couple of the product. Okay, well, I don't have the products on here anymore, but you can download from, you know, the computer some products. So instead, let's say that we're going to talk about how much muscle and fat weigh. So you can do something like that. And then you just add text. Just click add text, and here's the texting box. And, you know, just add some text. You can go in here and obviously make it a different size, so you can lengthen it out so it's a little bit clearer. You can make it a different font. You can make it bold. You can make it blue. You can change the size of the font. You can go in here and edit it. And you could add, you know, some hearts to your thing. You wanted a heart. You can change the color of the heart. You can write things inside the heart. So let's add text. Here's another text box. Put it here. You can write your name in the heart. You can obviously change the font, center it more. You know, you could sit here for hours and play with this. Obviously, I did this very quickly, and I just kind of wanted to show you how to erase the backgrounds. But, you know, you can sit here for a long time and really go in and edit things, and then make sure that you save. So when I save it to a JPEG, and I label it, and then it gets saved to my computer, and then I can access it and upload it to anything. So I hope that helped you all. Sorry it was a long-winded video, but maybe it will kind of help you learn how to make the videos a little bit more professional and erase around. But that's it in a nutshell. So if you have any questions or anything, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook and Messenger, or comment below the video link. Thanks, guys.